Okay, YouTube, I figured I'd do a video showing you how to get the bald knob. All my footage was missing. So if you take this main road out of Matewan into Kentucky, Highway 1056, so right over here is the pawpaw tree. So when you get fuel, you're on the other side of the bridge. You just keep following that road. You'll go through a little area called McCoy. You're going to keep following that highway down. You little shit. There'll be this split right here. There's a creek that runs right there. So, I mean, right as soon as you're after the bridge, there's the turn. If I remember right, there was like a blue shed or something right there. You're going to want to turn off onto that road. And it's not giving me a road number for that one here. It is Peter Fork Road. So when you turn off on Peter Fork Road, and you're going to be following that, it's going to be winding. You're going to go through some like neighborhood areas here. You can see there's a small split, but you're going to stay on Peter Fork. You're going to keep going. And then as you're going up, it's almost like you're climbing a mountain here. And once you get up there to the top, there's going to be a turn to the right at the top of that road. That is the way we came in. So the very first video you see is me going down this blue one, which is Netley Branch Road. So as you can see, it goes down. There's a point right there. We follow it down even more. Well, it's this point actually. This is where my first video stops, is at this point. There's a lookout right there, and if you climb to the top of that hill, man, you talk about a view. You'll see the photos in the video. Comes down, and the trailhead split. We stayed with it. And then when you get here, this is where all the tall hill climbs are. And then there's some other hill climbs over here. So we had went to the top of this hill climb up top here, did some overlooking, left. And then as you can see, this blue trail right here, this is what we stayed on, coming down. You can see bald knobs over here. I believe over here is what they call 3-pole, was right by the split. So then we went, and then we stayed on this blue one here, and we veered off this direction. But we just stayed on this blue all the way down into the bottom. So after it veered off, right in here is where that dump truck was at. So then we followed it through. The video stops up in here, but we had continued through over here to this Kentucky 194. And we were able to get out right here. And then we just followed 194 back up around. And it winding, going through some neighborhoods. Could have went to like Freeburn here, but we just stayed on that, kept going through, and we actually get back on Peter Fork Road up here. So we actually passed where we went in to continue back over here to get back to Matewan. So like I said, going through my car. Here's the pawpaw tree. Here's gas. The trailhead and trailhead bar and grill are all right in here. That was wet. Eddie Branch Road. Eddie Branch Road. We're over heading toward Bald Knob. look like an overlook. I'm gonna give it a shot, but don't be obliged. Holy cow, you ought to see that view. Oh. If we stay to the left before the hills, there's a not so crazy climb. I think they're steeper than they look. But an 800 has made it up it before. I'm not gonna try it. I don't know if he's thinking. Most of the guys got to start back here and get a running start. There he goes. Oh man. Not good. That's why I won't do it. Winched up instead. Pray for him that he keeps her upright. Oh no. There he goes. Okay.
I thought he was going over on that one. Woo! We go this way if we want to get up there for the view. We don't do that. Gonna have to ask him if he's got spare underwear. Yeah, there's no way in hell I'd go up that or I'd have somebody follow me. Even if he made it, I'd be like, no.
Yeah. I go down it.
Yeah, going down it's different, but going up, no. Oh, it's a lot steeper than it looks, isn't it?
Well, it lost its momentum and it's too wet, you know, and just couldn't get no grip right at that point.
Well, if we go this way, that's the not so crazy climb, so we can still get up there. But yeah, I'm not doing that.
Gotta give it a whirl.
Hey, you got it for trying. Coming down the hills on Bulldog. Looks like we got a lower trail right up here.
Yep.
mine truck.